Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? And welcome to a brand new episode of Ballin' with Jerry. Yep, Ballin' with Jerry. Welcome to a brand new episode of Ballin' with Jerry. And in this episode, I like to talk about something because I've been growing on YouTube recently, and if you go to my personal channel hit over 100 subscribers. Literally almost a month ago. And because after I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, I decided, because I started by recording videos on my phone, and I decided soon after I hit 100 subscribers, I decided it was time for me to buy a real camera. Like, it was time, I wanted to buy a real camera. Like, for me, thinking it was time for me to invest some money to buy a camera. So first, when I first went to buy a new camera, I wanted to buy a brand new one. I was looking on J.A.A. Hi-Fi for a good camera. So soon after I was looking online for a good camera, good quality, decent camera I could buy, I went to the J.A.A. Hi-Fi in person. And the guy recommended I buy some camera, and the camera was about $900. So at first I thought it's a big investment. It's a big investment for a camera. So I decided to be a little bit thriftier, and I decided to buy a good camera, a camera that's like the same caliper as the camera that he recommended, but a few years old. Let's say no older than 4 years max. So I decided to buy a camera. And it's time for me to show you that camera. I decided to buy this camera. So this camera is a Canon 1300D, aka a Canon T6. And this camera I gotta say, when I bought this camera, I first tried out this camera. This camera was not at all wasn't as simple as I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be just like turn it on, find some simple way to record it, take photos, but it took a little bit of learning. I had to go online on YouTube, figuring out how to use the camera, because when I bought the camera secondhand. It didn't come with an instruction manual, so I had to rely on what the guy at the cashier was telling me. And then I first turned to the internet to teach me how to use my camera, which is the one I have right now. And to be honest, I'm still learning how to use this camera. I took a bunch of practice videos on this camera. At first, I was struggling a little bit. Then after I tried a little bit, trial and error, I got a little bit better at using this camera. So I'm just testing my camera right now. Yeah, so I was just basically testing the camera, and so first looking around it, and the camera quality is pretty good. The guy at the store told me that the camera quality is good camera quality, and he told me that the camera quality on this camera told me that it was better than the camera quality on my iPhone. Now, I personally own an iPhone XS Max from 2018, And this camera is from 2016. So 2 years difference. They're 2 years apart. So my camera is 4 years old, and my iPhone XS Max is almost 2 years old. And this camera is better, if not almost as good as the camera quality on my iPhone XS Max that I'm recording right now, as we speak. Since I decided to invest some money, and hold up, I forgot to tell you about the price of this camera. And the price of the camera costed me $350. Yes, $350. And the camera that the guy at J.A.A. recommended I should buy costed $900. So there's a $550 difference. Big difference. And when I was at the store, I asked the guy how much this camera costed brand new. And he told me $800 to $900 brand new. So I did some calculations, and I found out that the value of this camera dropped by $550. So that's a lot of money. That's called depreciation. If you're looking for a good camera, and you're lucky enough to buy a camera that has very good camera quality, and it costs like way below its original value, then that's the benefit of using depreciation as your very best friend when it comes to buying stuff. So the camera costed me about $350. It sent me back $350. Yeah. So it was pretty good money, pretty good value for money. I got it for like 60% off its original value. Because the guy at the store told me that this camera costed $900 brand new. And it got it for $550. So because the guy that bought the camera brand new lost over $500 in value to depreciation, which pretty much sucks. So after I decided to invest some money into the camera, $350, I decided to invest extra money into getting. Oh, and here's a hidden into getting. Sorry. I decided to invest extra money into getting this tripod. Now this tripod is not any ordinary tripod. It's quite flexible, and you can use it to do this. It's very, very, very flexible. And what I can do is I can put my camera on here. All I gotta do is twist my camera, stir it, so the camera fits solid. So now, while I'm recording, I can do this. Basically record myself like this. And what you gotta do is put it back to normal. All I gotta do is take the camera off. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much how this tripod works. Now I got this tripod from JB. This tripod costed me it sent me back like between $50 and $60, like $55 or so, $50. Yeah. So, and this camera was not an impulse buy. It was not an impulse buy. This camera is a serious investment. I decided to take this as a serious investment, especially for my YouTube channel. And this is a Canon Eos 1300D, aka a Canon T6 from 2016. And then And here's one hidden expense. Here's one thing that I didn't talk about. I had to buy a memory card, aka an SD card. So I also went to JB Hi-Fi and bought an SD card. And this SD card sent me back, let's say, closer to 60 bucks. Yeah, and the SD card is an important thing. And your camera needs an SD card in order to record stuff on it. So about the camera, $350. This tripod, small flexible tripod, 50 to 60 bucks. And I also decided to buy an even bigger tripod. Yeah. So this is a tripod. And this tripod is from Manfrotto. That's what a tripod is called. And this is Canon T6 EOS 1300D. So I'm screwing the camera onto the tripod. Yeah, so this tripod right here was not cheap. This tripod sent me back $200. Yes, 200 bucks. And I bought this tripod brand new. Same deal with this tripod, and the same deal with the SD card. So this camera, I bought it used. The rest of the stuff, I bought brand new. So it sent me back. So all this stuff, the camera, the tripod, and this flexible tripod, and the SD card sent me back around $660. Yeah, $660. So I'll go get the receipt and I'll show you guys. All right, so the camera costed me $350 for the camera alone. $350 for this camera alone. And the SanDisk SD card sent me back $60. $60. Brand new for the SD card. And the GorillaPod sent me back $50. This GorillaPod cost $50. This GorillaPad sent me back $50. So in total, all this stuff sent me back $660. About $660. So basically, I invested a lot of money in this stuff. So I invested pretty much a few $100s on this stuff, which is a lot of money I invested. And I know this stuff, these were not impulse purchases. All this was a serious investment that I put into my YouTube channel and basically into myself. Invest in yourself, right? So yeah, that's basically it on this episode of Ballin' with Jerry. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We have more videos. I'll be uploading more videos on this channel. So stay tuned for more episodes of Ballin' with Jerry, and subscribe to my other channels. Link to my other channels will be in the description below. And yeah. And also hit the bell notification to be notified of any of my future episodes, for any future episodes of Ballin' with Jerry. And that's basically it on this episode of Ballin' with Jerry. And I'll see you soon. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is my second camera. Like the first camera I got was not as complicated as this camera. A lot older, but not as complicated as this camera. This camera's a lot newer. But anyway, that's it for me today. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Ballin' with Jerry. Oh yeah, and make sure you got deep enough pockets before you think about buying a camera. Public service announcement. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get this show, Ballin' with Jerry, up to 100 subscribers.